What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV. In this video, I'm gonna run through my tips and tricks for the Blink security camera system. Now, this is a completely wireless camera system. The cameras run off AA batteries, and other than the module that they connect to being plugged in, that connects to Wi-Fi, but other than that, everything's completely wireless and like one of the most easy camera systems to set up. Now, they did also just come out with a wired camera if you want to add that to your system, but this basically, all these tips and tricks are going to be for the wireless ones. Let's jump into the video. All right, so let's jump right into this. The first thing, if you want to add another module or another camera, just hit the plus sign on the top right. This is where you can add a wireless camera system so that you can, sync cameras up to the little box that you got there. This is how you add on a wireless camera, and then obviously the mini camera is their new wired camera that'll allow you to connect to one of those. Tap that, go through the settings. It's very, very easy. Next up, if you want to view, once your cameras are set up, if you want to view a live video of it, you're just going to press this little camera looking button right here, which looks like videos. Tap that, and it's going to eventually open up a live view of your camera. You can turn it this way and it'll get bigger so you can see the full camera. You can also press and hold this button if you want to talk, and it'll make sound so the other person can hear you. Once you let go, it stops. And also within here, you can save live view. So if I wanted to save what I'm looking at, I just hit save. Otherwise, discard if you're just doing that. Another cool thing in here is if you don't want to hear the audio, you can just press that button and you won't hear the audio from the camera. If you want to change the photo of the screenshot that you're looking at, like these are already all set, all you do is hit this little camera button right there. You tap that, and after a few seconds, it's going to give you a new image for you to look at. You can do it, I guess, as much as you want. It's basically just cover art for the camera, so you know what camera you're looking at. If you want to turn off motion sensing because maybe the camera's just getting way too much action or you just know what's going on there, maybe you're having a party and you don't want to see who's coming and going or whatever the reason, all you gotta do is tap this little guy right here. Once he goes black or gray, I should say, you'll know that he's no longer being active. But when you tap it again and he's in color, that's when you know that it's active and it'll capture any motion that you can see. If you want to turn off motion sensing for everything and basically disarm it, you have arm and disarm down here. If you tap that, all my cameras will go into disarm and they won't record anything at all, no matter if there's any motion or anything. And when you want it to go back, just hit armed, and then all your cameras will go back to recording motion if they have it turned on. If you want to sort your cameras, because you can see I have these in a certain order right here, if you want to change that, hit the gear at the bottom, then go click into home at the bottom here, or whatever you have your system called under system settings. And then you're going to see a couple of things in here. You'll see all devices, tap to sort cameras, just tap here. And maybe I want my side camera to be at the bottom and I want this camera to be first. And then when you're done, just go back. While we're in system settings, you have a couple of things here. You can save all your live views. So anytime you click that little camera button in terms of viewing a live view, it'll record it if you want. I turn that off because I don't need to do that. Also, you have scheduling in here. If you want to set up a schedule so that your cameras turn on and off at certain times, this is where you go under the system settings. And you just hit this plus sign. You can set it to arm or disarm, and maybe you want it to whatever, be on 7 days a week, or you just tap the amount of days you want, and then you can drag this. You can say arm it at 3 a.m. and then hit save. And from 12 to 3 or whatever, it won't do anything, but then from 3 to the rest of the day, it'll do something. And if you also want to delete what you did, just hit that delete button and hit yes. If your Wi-Fi network changed and you want to change the Wi-Fi to your sync module so that all your cameras work again, under system settings, you'll see sync module, tap it, and you can hit change Wi-Fi network. Tap here if you need to connect your Blink system to a different Wi-Fi network. Just tap that, and it walks you through what you need to do in order to get it working on the new Wi-Fi network. If you want to see all the clips that your cameras have recorded, you're going to see down here this little play button. Tap that, and you can view whatever you want in terms of cameras that it's recorded to see what it's done. And a cool thing in here is if you want to, you can actually auto delete. Push this, you'll see how much storage you're using because it's free. Just tap the top there. And I have it set to auto delete my clips that are older than 7 days. You can do it for so they last a year. Maybe you don't get that many clips recorded, or 30 days or 14 days or 3 days. And it's a great way to clear up the storage. If you do have full storage, all it does is just overwrites the newest clip over the oldest clip. So you'll never run out of storage per se, but if you want it to be a lesser number, you can have that happen. If you want to download one of your clips to your phone, all you have to do is tap on the said clip, tap it again, and then in the top left, you can share it if you want, or you can hit the downward arrow in the top left and it downloads to your phone. You can click to open it and watch it back on your phone. Next, let's jump into these cameras. You'll see you can go into the individual settings of each camera too by hitting this little these blue lines with the dots on them next to each little guy. So let's tap on the top one. We'll go in here. You can check if your battery's okay. You can go into temperature and you can set alerts if you want. Maybe if it gets too hot or too cold, it will alert you to temperature alerts. You can also check the camera temperature. If that gets too hot, it'll warn you. Next, you have motion detection, which we've already done, but you can also click in here, and instead of clicking on that little guy right here to turn it off, you can go into the camera settings and turn it off right there. You can set activity zones, so maybe you only want it to set capture activity in certain zones. All you're gonna do is tap these little boxes, and maybe I just want it to capture activity just in these little zones. I don't care about that part. I would click that and then hit update, and it would allow me to do that. You can see changes in lighting conditions such as headlights, shadows, reflections that are outside of so may cause false triggers. So you might get that information. You can come in here and set advanced to get a little bit more in depth as well. Running through these settings, you can also change the retrigger time, which means the amount of time when it records a video before it starts to record another video after it notices motion. So I set mine to 10 seconds. Sensitivity 6 or 7 is usually the best. If you do anything more than that, it picks up a lot of sun shadows and things like that. Clip length 25 seconds, and if it doesn't notice any motion, it'll actually stop early. You can go all the way up to 60 seconds if you want. Early notification, it seemed a little bit buggy to me, so I had that turned off. But you can use it basically, it'll just right when it notices the motion, it'll give you an alert. I keep that off though for now. And then you have night vision here if you want to turn that on or off, or set it to auto, which I keep to auto. IR intensity, you can change that I keep it at medium, but you can change it wherever you want. Enable the microphone, speaker volume, quality. I keep it at the best. I want the best quality. You're trying to capture something, someone's face or something. You want to see the best. It's basically 1080p, 720p, 480p. So the best is going to be the best quality video that it's going to give you. And then lastly, one other thing is if your cameras are acting kind of strange or they're not connecting, or you click on them and they're just not working, and you know you changed the batteries, or you know the batteries are good, what you want to do is take this sync module and unplug the power from the back, wait 10-20 seconds, plug it back in, and everything should work fine at that point. So there you guys go. Hopefully that video helped you out a little bit. Let me know if you have any other tips or tricks about this, and I'll see you guys down the road. Peace.